Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, campus principals for all 5 campuses of the UWI, Pro-Vice Chancellors, University Registrar, University Bursar, campus senior management, and all members of the campus communities, staff, students, and all stakeholders of the UWI. A pleasant good morning to all, and welcome to this day of celebration. It is indeed a very important moment in the life of the UWI. Today, we are here recognizing Triple First. Triple First is indeed an important achievement for our UWI, and we are tremendously proud. But how did we get to Triple First? It is important for me to identify just quickly a little bit of background to Triple First. And then later on, we will share with you a detailed video of the journey to the top. 5 years ago, after careful reading of the developments in the global environment and over 35 years of institutional knowledge, Sir Hilary Beckles exposed a vision to globalize the university. To operationalize that vision, the reputation revolution was both necessary and sufficient. To this end, he tasked his executive management to package the work of the UWI to seek external validation from the best quality assessment institution, not only regionally or nationally, but globally. Today, we are here to celebrate that vision, which has become a reality. The reality is that of the 14,789 universities under 100 years old, we are ranked 92 in the world. Of the 3,921 universities in Latin America, we are ranked 18. And of the 209 universities in the Caribbean, we are ranked number 1. We are indeed in the top 1% of all 3 rankings, the Triple First. Ladies and gentlemen, this vision needs to be celebrated and verbalized, especially at this time when spirits need to be lifted amidst the devastating health and economic crisis globally. The UWI, through the work of its staff, students, alumni, and all its stakeholders, is inspiring hope amidst despair. It is indeed a light rising from the west. It could never have been more poignant for such an important motto at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a time for celebration. This is indeed a time to inspire hope. This is indeed a celebratory moment for great leadership, great camaraderie, great work from the staff, the students, and all the stakeholders of the UWI. It is time for us to celebrate, and celebrate indeed we will do later on. We have a very interesting program lined up for you, and to kickstart that program, we will be showing you a video which details the critical steps along the way as we move to our Triple First. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite you to sit back and for the next 12 minutes to watch our video of the journey to the top.
It all began with the dream of a team holding in hand a disruptive 10-year strategic plan intended to rekindle growth in the Caribbean economy. A strategy to refashion an excellent academy, the University of the West Indies, now 7 decades deep in service to its community. With an objective to lead it beyond its historic legacy, to grasp its long-desired destiny. The UWI, a strategy group, 5 campus principals, pro-vice chancellors, registrars and finance officers, student organizers, ardent administrators and managers, and a vice chancellor. Backed by 17 Caribbean governments, supported by tested global partners, over a dozen distinguished universities, and a network of determined development donors. The plan, bold and courageous, was to take it to a place it had never before inhabited, to the top, there to dwell among the best, the world's best. For 5 arduous years, it was prepared to take international ranking tests. It did emerge at the top with the very best. First in the Caribbean, from a field of over 100 distinguished universities, top 3% of the hemisphere's best 2,000, and top 4% of the global best. The journey to the top took 1,000 steps, each a calculated choice, options for opportunities, rising on the shoulders of veterans and stalwarts, hundreds of men and women who fought heroically through the colonial phase to arrive at this stage. Revitalized with a one UWI vision, the UWI was launched upon its next voyage, leaving behind, with solemn celebration, the ancestral university of the prior century. Upward and onward, the new UWI was forged and refashioned as a university system, a system with multiple sectors, local and global. A 21st century university system redesigned to meet the region's future needs, guided by its AAA strategic plan with pillars of access, alignment, and agility, a vehicle for the voyage along the higher education highways of the future. First came the restructuring and refocusing of the open campus, and finally a 5th campus, led by Principal Griffith, experience in action, erupting in the 5 islands community of Antigua and Barbuda and bearing its name. But in between, 8 new global university centers planned in partnership with the best universities. With the State University of New York, a joint center for leadership and sustainable development. In China, with the Global Institute for Software Technology, a joint center to train Caribbean software engineers in the sizzling technology park of Suzhou. In Africa, with the University of Lagos, Nigeria, a center for culture and arts. And in South Africa, with the University of Johannesburg, a joint center for global African studies. In Canada, with Brock University, a center for Canada-Caribbean studies. In Cuba, with the University of Havana, an institute for sustainable development of the Caribbean peoples. In England, with Coventry University, a joint center for industry academic partnerships. In Scotland, the UWI, University of Glasgow Centre for Research and Reparatory Justice, making history, the first university to apologize for enrichment from slavery and agreeing to pay reparations. And in the making, 2 new centers, one in the European Union to foster Caribbean post-Brexit interests, the other in South America, in Colombia, a joint teaching and research project at the University of the Andes. Finally, UWA rose as a founding partner in the 10-member University of Miami-based Hemispheric University Consortium, an online strategy to revolutionize research collaboration across the hemisphere. The UWI system then is a re-engineered global enterprise rooted in the Caribbean with a Caribbean mandate. While forging a bright future, it is sweeping away the dark colonial past. First, it institutionalized a gender policy, empowering and celebrating women within the system. Then Milner Hall, symbol of a celebrated imperial apartheid era, now erased and renamed by resident students, Freedom Hall, a lesson in liberation. Repatriated to regional justice, the role and function of the Queen of England as our visitor. Finally, a Center for Reparations Research and the P.J. Patterson Center for Africa-Caribbean Advocacy, established to promote and guide the completion of the decolonization process. The UWI system, a new academic enterprise, transformed to better serve and sustain the transformation of the Caribbean region. The journey to the top was principally driven by programs with specific pedagogical purposes to protect and propel the people of the region. See, for example, the excellence of UWI medicine and UWI science active in the field side by side with governments fighting the war against viral pandemics. First with the Zika task force in 2016, now with the COVID-19 task force, both led by the persistent, dependable Professor Clive Landis. COVID, chronic disease, and climate change, the three deadly C's of Caribbean society, confronted, contested by UWI science. The UWI science sector, selected to lead climate change advocacy by the International Association of Universities with a team of top-class scientists, Michael Taylor, David Smith, and John Agard, now preparing to pioneer the creation in the Caribbean of the world's first climate-smart university. The UWI system, a 21st century alignment-ready academy, now prepared to bond in capital markets with the private sector, aligned with top-class companies, companion travelers, Sagicor, NCB, JMMB, Republic Bank, Flow, Grace Kennedy, and a dozen others, focusing on funding top-class teaching and research. The Mona model, the passionate pursuit of revenue, Principal Weber, weaving magic to keep his city bright and well-watered, capturing capital to bring fruit home to his beloved Mona. Professors of practice, a class of honorary icons of industry brought on board to pave the path, strengthening industry academic relations. The UWI system ready for a new funding frontier beyond the public treasury into the territory of private equity, inviting investment partners to sustain the academy. Heads of governments meeting in Haiti agreed to reconcile all receivables in an assets for cash exchange. Prime Minister Rowley leading the field with the Couva Hospital deal, government and university owning and revenue sharing, calling Principal Copeland to craft UWI's largest ever project, an artery from St. Augustine to Couva to Destiny de Bay. Prime Minister Motley, sincerity on show, honored the Barbados debt, injected cash, reviving Cave Hill, connecting Principal Barito to Bridgetown, there to imagine a smart campus from gown to town. Grenada, granting 88 acres of land, and the Bahamas pledging 20 in Nassau, St. Vincent financing the largest open campus site, launching the mind of Principal Longsworth of the open campus into a new online orbit. But rising and capturing the top, ball beating were the students, creating sporting history on the journey. The combined campuses team, gloriously winning the 2018 Regional Super 50 Cricket Championship, defeating all challenges, claiming the status, best cricket team in the West Indies. And there was more to the tour. Two students, Jason Holder and Carlos Brathwaite, carefully nurtured within UWI, rising to the top, taking the captaincy of West Indies teams in Tests and T20 respectively. With the power of example of student success came the plan to create a UWI-wide faculty of sport, the first of its kind in over 40 years, serving the region in the sport arena, an area of proven proficiency. The visual tapestry of these journeys to the top was captured and packaged for the community, regionally and globally, in a vision whose time had come, UWITV, a jewel in the crown. UWITV, for all to see, a 24/7 education cable channel like no other in the region and beyond, online and on everything, designed and directed by Janet Carew, bolted to the top with familiar Caribbean speed, representing the UWI brand daily before diverse audiences. The UWI system, 5 campuses, 8 global centers, a 21st century journey driven by development, designed for justice, arriving inexorably at the apex. Captured, crystallized in a 2019 BBC Caribbean report in which the world was told that the region, while facing many serious challenges, can look to the future with optimism, knowing that within it resides a top-ranked, high-class, global university. The University of the West Indies system, locally relevant, globally ranked and agile, an activist academy with a charismatic Caribbean personality, regionally rooted like no other.
Indeed, what a journey permeated by excellence at all levels. However, we should be reminded that excellence does not come without leadership. And today, I will highlight to you the importance of leadership. From leadership writers from Peter Drucker to Rosabeth Mascanto, there is one theme that permeates all of the work, and it is that leadership matters. The next person to grace the stage is the leader who has provided the vision for our rise to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, a leader with great clarity of thought, great energy, brilliance, but most of all, a man on a mission to build a globally competitive university to serve not only the Caribbean, but the world. He needs not much introduction, but let me just say, we introduce to you our Vice Chancellor, the visionary, a Caribbean man, a man for all time, and a man for all seasons, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Pro Vice Chancellor Williams, thank you for the generosity. And what a journey to excellence it has been. What an historical moment it is that we are gathered to celebrate within the context of a strategic plan yielding the results that we had imagined. First of all, we sought to uproot all doubt from our academy, to remove confidence, lack of confidence in our past, and to speak about the strength of the future. Where we were weak, we have sought to become strong. Where we have achieved excellence, we have sought to sustain it. 5 years ago, we entered into this process of university rankings. I wish to express gratitude to Pro Vice Chancellor Williams for providing the language and the context and the strategic significance of this development for our academy. What have we achieved? We have sought to build upon the legacy of our stalwarts, a university entering the field of global ranking as we approach our 70th year, and reflecting upon the legacy and the heritage of generations of University of the West Indies leaders. We have done our very best to honor the legacy of our stalwarts, to give that legacy legs. And 3 years ago, we entered our university into the global ranking competitions within the context of the Times Higher Education. Our results were good. First in the Caribbean, top 3% in Latin America, top 4% of the world's finest. But 2 weeks ago, those results from the Times were once again declared, and our results have been excellent. UWI has risen to the top. We remain the top university in the Caribbean, and now we are ranked in the top 1% of the best universities in Latin America from a field of over 5,000. We are also now ranked in the top 1% of universities in our age cohort, universities within the golden age period of 50 to 100 years. This is indeed a triple first. Excellence achieved, enormous effort to arrive at this moment. It is an achievement, this triple first, that is worthy of celebration. We give thanks to our stalwarts, the founders of our university, those who have developed and moved it along from its infancy to its maturity. We have lived up to the legacy of our forebears. We have honored the heritage we have inherited to take responsibility for in our time. We have done the best we can, and we do hope that our founders will be proud of our collective achievements. I wish to express gratitude to Pro Vice Chancellor Willems, our project leader. It has been no easy task. It has been no easy task to take this legacy and move it to excellence. I wish to express our leadership gratitude to him for what he has achieved for us. I give thanks to our students. We are here as a university because of our students. We celebrate them, we thank them. Finally, our enormous debt of gratitude to our governments. We are a regional university. We are a public university funded primarily by our governments, and they have been steadfast in their support for this institution. So we have given our stakeholders a circumstance that is worthy of celebration. There are the challenges of COVID that we are dealing with at this moment. We have taken all of the scientific advice. In fact, we are at the center of the provision of that science in respect of public policy. We are looking forward to the return of all of our students into this environment of the triple first. We are looking forward to welcoming all continuing students. We have opened our doors that our university is fully open for business, and all of our applicants, all of our matriculants, we are looking forward to welcoming you. We will be welcoming you within a face-to-face environment that has been modified to accommodate public policy, social distancing, highest levels of sophisticated hygiene. Within that environment, we open our doors to all potential students and to welcome home our current students. International students who might wish to participate in a UWI face-to-face experience within the context of science. We open our doors to students from beyond our shores who will wish to come to the Caribbean, where we have succeeded as a region in containing this COVID-19. And so UWI, a triple first, a university for all, worthy of celebration. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor. As I said in my introduction to our Vice Chancellor, is a man on a mission, and indeed you would have agreed with me a while ago, having listened to him and listened to the eloquence within which he has shared that vision with you. I must remark that when I say a man on a mission, it is not just words that I'm saying, but it's actually words that have been translated into action. And I will remind you that our ranking agency, the Times Higher Education, remarked to us in one of their correspondence when they looked at our performance in the rankings over the past few years. They said, what you have done in 3 to 5 years is what it has taken other universities over 30 years to do the very same thing. Congratulations, Sir Hilary Beckles, and for your leadership, and to all of your colleagues as well. Tremendous leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, while the leadership at the top is important, it is also important to transfer that vision down to the reality where the work hits the ground. And that is where our campus is coming. And today, what we will have are messages from our 5 campus principals. I call them the engine room of the university. That is where the real action takes place. And today, without that action, we would not be here celebrating Triple First. So ladies and gentlemen, let me invite our campus principals, starting with Professor the Most Honorable Eugene Bartu from Cave Hill. Then we will move to Professor Stafford Griffith from our Five Islands campus, then Professor Dale Weber from our Mona campus, and then Professor Dr. Luz Longsworth from our open campus, and we will end with Professor Brian Copeland from our St. Augustine campus. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear from our campus leaders.
The Cave Hill campus is always happy to add its voice to any forum that commends the University of the West Indies for its remarkable achievements. We in this region are very well aware of the UWI's distinguished record of accomplishment since it was founded in 1948. And while we are extremely delighted at whatever role Cave Hill itself might have played in such attainment, we are equally thrilled about any global recognition which the UWI as a whole receives. Congratulations to the UWI on this outstanding achievement. Such global acclaim underscores and validates the work of UWI faculty, students, and staff, and bring recognition to the university as an outstanding institution. It also demonstrates our ability to adhere to the gold standard of excellence and proves our resilience to remain steadfast even in the most challenging times. Indeed, with each passing year, the world is made increasingly and acutely aware of our high level of scholarship, our intellectual capacity, our creativity, and our continuing global impact. While Cave Hill is no longer the youngest member of this UWI family, our vista from the middle of a quintet of campuses gives us a unique perspective that enables us to quickly adapt to meet the needs of the 21st century. And as recent events have shown, it is imperative we continue to evolve rapidly to meet the new learning and business environments. This is why, as older universities sit across the globe with doors closed to students because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we can confidently declare that Cave Hill remains open for business and open for learning. Come to the Cave Hill campus, the beautiful campus by the Caribbean Sea. We are doing so by building on our Smart Campus initiative, by upgrading user access to both virtual learning and workspaces. All this is occurring with tremendous agility, making us better poised for alignment with our stakeholders in industry and elsewhere. I have to add here that our operations are taking place in the safest environment possible, in accordance with national protocols to preserve the health, well-being, and safety of all within our community. We have to adapt and innovate if we are to maintain into the future the sustainability and success that have brought us thus far. For I am convinced that what we were able to achieve to date as a university is testimony that we are indeed an excellent global university rooted in the Caribbean. Congratulations to the UWI. Thank you.
As the principal of the University of the West Indies Five Islands campus in Antigua and Barbuda, I am very pleased to see that the university has reached yet another historic milestone. To be at the top in any of the 3 global rankings would be something to celebrate. To be affirmed as the Caribbean's #1 university, then to be ranked in the top 1% of universities in the whole of Latin America and the Caribbean, and also to be ranked in the top 1% of global Golden Age universities deserves 3 separate celebrations. This is a proud moment for me as an alumnus and a member of the executive of this noble institution. The 111 celebration is a validation of the quality of education that the University of the West Indies provides and the quality of contribution that it has been making not only to Caribbean development but to the global community as well. It is testimony of the quality of service that the University of the West Indies is offering to the Caribbean and the world. The establishment of the Five Islands campus in Antigua and Barbuda is yet another way in which the University of the West Indies is seeking to provide the benefit of its quality services to more students and the countries in the Caribbean, especially those of the Eastern Caribbean. At the Five Islands campus, we will work hard to sustain and improve the current ranking of the University of the West Indies as #1 in the Caribbean, within the top 1% of universities in Latin America and the Caribbean, and within the top 1% of global Golden Age universities. Please join us in this celebration. Thank you.
Greetings from the University of the West Indies, Mona Campus. I am Dale Webb, Principal of the Mona Campus. For over 7 decades, the University of the West Indies has provided service and leadership in the Caribbean. We have, starting with a College of London, with only 33 students in medicine, grown to be a university with 50,000 students scattered across the entire Caribbean. Started with the Mona campus in 1948, the St. Augustine campus in 1960, the Cable campus in 1963, the Open campus in 2008, and our most recent addition, the Five Island campus in 2019. We are the University of the West Indies across the Caribbean, but now to the entire world. It is a great feeling to know that our university, which is one of only 2 universities that are globally spread in the way that we are, being a regional university, that we are ranked as high as we are as we now stand. We are ranked #1 in the Caribbean, but we always knew that. But it is great to have an outside entity review and proclaim what we already knew. The Times Higher Education Ranking has ranked us #1 in the Caribbean. 1%, top 1% in Latin America and the Caribbean, top 4% in the entire world. 2 weeks ago, we got a further ranking to be in the top 100, and this is of the Golden Age universities that have been around for about 50 to 80 years. That is further evidence of our top ranking. These results continue to reinforce that in spite of being a relatively young university with financial challenges, we have done extremely well and continue to do so. We're extremely proud of our achievements and look forward to the continuation of this tradition of excellence. There are specific areas that we have got further rankings, for instance, with the Sustainable Development Goals, ranking in health, ranking in gender and development studies, and ranking in climate change. We are top of the Caribbean, top of Latin America and the Caribbean, and working our way up to be top of the world. Our rankings demonstrate the impact that the university has had not just in the Caribbean as we fight the COVID battle, but throughout the entire world. The Caribbean region is proud of our institution as we are to demonstrate our science, our medicine, our engineering, our volunteerism, and the work of our staff and students. I wish to congratulate all students, undergraduates and postgraduates, all staff, support staff, technical staff, administrative staff, academic staff, because we together have made this ranking possible. We need to own it. We need to celebrate it. We need to be proud of it. We need to continue it. The UWI is our place to shine. Let us continue to grow. Thank you.
Greetings to all UWI colleagues across the region and across the world. Today we have every reason to celebrate together as we acknowledge the importance of our latest rankings, having had such a phenomenal rise to the top 1% of universities in Latin America and the Caribbean, as well as inclusion in the top 100 universities under 100 years old. We must pause, even in the midst of what has been a very difficult period for us all, to join hands virtually, of course, and in a COVID-19 sensitive way, but to join hands and hearts to celebrate this recognition of the University of the West Indies achievements over its 72 years of existence. This is no mean accomplishment, but it is an accomplishment that recognizes the enormous work that every single member of the UWI community, our academics, our administrative, our technical staff, our students and our alumni have put into making this institution a great institution. We all knew this, but it is certainly a good feeling to have it recognized in this very tangible way. I want to thank the Vice Chancellor, Professor Williams, and former Pro-Vice Chancellor Bernal for the work that they did in putting the UWI out there. It was, I am sure, a difficult task to pull together all the information needed, but we've seen the results and we thank them, because this recognition is a recognition of each and every single one of you who has contributed to building this excellent institution. So today, let's raise a virtual glass to our achievements and to recognize that there are many, many more to come. Congratulations to all.
I am pleased to join with the wider UWI leadership team and our UWI community today to mark our newest achievement. This is not only a celebration for us at the UWI, but indeed a testament of the global impact and relevance of Caribbean people at home and abroad. This achievement presents an opportunity also to express gratitude in this time of COVID-19. Thanks to the efforts of colleagues, both faculty and staff, across the university, we quickly transitioned to remote learning and are moving to ensure the successful completion of the summer semester and look towards the new academic year. Gratitude also must go to our students who displayed a high level of tolerance and flexibility as they prepared to make the transition. Now, I sometimes surmise that UWI is a business, and therefore you, who are students and potential students, are valued customers. One of our key stakeholder groups who we must continue to serve and serve well. In this regard, I would like to take this opportunity to say to current and prospective students that this campus will be offering its full suite of courses and programs come September 2020. Mindful of the pandemic and your safety, we will be offering all graduate and postgraduate programs online, but with special provisions for modules such as laboratories that require face-to-face delivery. We will also be making special provisions to those who need physical access because of their personal circumstance. This includes, for example, the loan of computing devices, as well as classrooms fitted with technology that would facilitate simultaneous physical and virtual delivery. This will apply to a select number of courses. Of course, those who have the necessary access can, upon request, attend these physical sessions and benefit from the on-campus experience, the appropriate COVID protocols will apply. Now, colleagues, there is no going back from this pandemic. We're in a new world, one with new perils, but also one with new opportunities. Your society needs you. For you to be effective and thrive in this new world, you need a quality education. UWI is here to provide you, as we always have, in a time like no other. I wish to now especially thank those members of staff who make up our essential campus services here at St. Augustine, who have shown incredible dedication in keeping us safe and secure and in ensuring business continuity. As we collectively battle the many effects of this pandemic, the UWI continues to be a light. On a regional level, our university's enterprise and expertise is illuminating the path ahead for our region's recovery. Our faculty, staff, students, alumni, and affiliates are engaged in cutting-edge work across a wide range of sectors to work on future-proofing this region, make it more and more resilient to future crises. As the Caribbean's university, UWI has a vital role to play in transforming society to match the times. One of the tasks is self-transformation, changing the institution to better serve its students and our region. Indeed, COVID-19 has brought the future to our doorstep. The rapid transition the UWI has made in the delivery of online classes and remote work speaks to a level of agility that is in keeping with our AAA strategic plan. So, colleagues, no surprise, this new ranking comes at an opportune time. As we continue to build, we must take action and do things differently. I would like to thank you.
Wonderful words from our principals, who lead the engine room of our university. Ladies and gentlemen, our students are important partners in the teaching and learning process, and they also should be celebrated for their role in helping the UWI to rise to this important celebration today. And as such, we will hear their voices in expressing congratulations to UWI. We will have Ms. Thatcher Loughton from the Cave Hill campus, Mr. Caleb Gardner from the Five Islands campus, Mr. Leon Dawson from the Open campus, and Mr. Warren Anderson from the St. Augustine campus, adding their voice to this celebration this morning.
Hola, mi nombre es Thatcher Loughton, and I am so delighted to be a bilingual student at one of the world's most globalized university, the University of the West Indies, and the Guild President of the most diverse campus, the Cave Hill campus. The UWI has significant recognition as a leading tertiary institution in the Caribbean. The exhaustive list of accolades ranges from national to international, a testimony to the university's unwavering commitment towards excellence. To this prestigious university, I say, felicitaciones, congratulations, for your aim at achieving the vision of a more globally agile, regionally engaged, digitally driven, and an academic community that is dedicated to playing an active role to promote growth in the Caribbean and the wider society. To the diverse experts, specialists, and incomparable leaders who work assiduously to make the UWI an embodiment of excellence. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
The University of the West Indies' recent ranking performance is of great importance because it enhances the reputation of this excellent institution. It also influences the decision-making of students within our region to pursue their studies here, knowing that we are one of the best choices. For the last 72 years, the UWI has produced stellar students and continues to do so. The Five Islands campus congratulates the UWI on its astounding accomplishment as we continue to be the light that is rising from out of the West. We are proud bearers of that light, and it is important to commemorate our achievements. And with this, we give thanks.
Pleasant greetings. My name is Leon Dawson, the UWI Open Campus Guild President. On behalf of the Open Campus Guild of Students, I would like to congratulate our University of the West Indies on this auspicious achievement. It is such an honor for us to be a student, a stakeholder, and a proud pelican of the university that is nonpareil in the Caribbean and whose reputation speaks volume on the world charts. The Open Campus Guild of Students would also like to thank the management of the University of the West Indies for their hard work and dedication in implementing strategies and frameworks that allow the university to see exponential growth and prosperity. As stakeholders, we, the Open Campus Guild of Students, pledge our unending support to the university because we know that our input is seminal. Together, we will make it happen.
Greetings, I am Warren Anderson, Guild President at the UWI St. Augustine campus, and I would like to join the campus community in celebrating our top rankings on the Times Higher Education listings. These rankings are a testament of the UWI's commitment to excellence in higher education, service, and development throughout the region. The UWI continues to remain a beacon of what it means to transform the desire of the region for better. It is a great honor to be a part of this legacy at a time when we are called to be most resilient and agile. Guided by our strategic plan, we have navigated rough waters and come out on top. The UWI continues to be an institution that transforms the will of the region into tangible and sustainable outcomes. Thank you, Pro Vice Chancellor Beckles, and thank you to everyone who has contributed to this success.
Indeed, having heard the voice of our students, we can say that the future is bright and UWI will be in good hands going forward. Thank you very much for that from our students. Ladies and gentlemen, as you would have heard earlier in our celebration, 5 years ago when Vice Chancellor Beckles exposed the university's strategic plan, dubbed the AAA plan, a critical A in that AAA mix is alignment. And what he has said, and we have all followed through on, is that our university does not exist to serve itself, but to serve the community and its wider stakeholders. And today, we could not have done this without the input of our stakeholders. What we're going to do now is to hear some congratulatory messages from our stakeholders. And I will just quickly identify the stakeholders that will be sending messages of congratulations to our university. We have from the CDB, Dr. Warren Smith. We have Dr. Wayne Wesley from the CXC. And we have Mr. Jensen Sylvester from FLU. And we will close that off with our messages from Mr. Phil Beatty, who is the Chief Executive at Times Higher Education.
Vice Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles and the Executive Management of the University of the West Indies. On behalf of the Caribbean Development Bank, I wish to congratulate the University of the West Indies for its well-deserved recognition as a top-tier university in Latin America and the Caribbean, and its ranking among the top 100 universities in the world. I'm especially proud of the avowal of our university's work in the areas of health and well-being, gender equality, and climate action. For the past 30 years, the CDB has built a strong partnership with UWI, with whom we share common aspirations for the full integration and socioeconomic development of our Caribbean region. Through that partnership, we have provided financing to the university to, among other things, expand continuing and distance education and to create connectivity across the campus and non-campus territories. We have especially appreciated the collaboration in the area of research in key development domains such as gender, agriculture, and climate change. We at the CDB look forward to deepening and widening the relationship, and we remain unreservedly proud of UWI, this splendid light rising from the west.
Good day to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, the Executive Management Team of the University of the West Indies, and distinguished participants at this virtual gathering. The Caribbean Examinations Council extends congratulations to the University of the West Indies on this remarkable and well-deserved achievement, having been ranked in the Times Higher Education's Top 100 Golden Age Universities ranking of the best universities from across the world that have been established between 50 and 80 years. The university celebrates this achievement on the back of their Latin American University and Impact ranking by the same organization that assessed universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The University of the West Indies has weathered the storms over the past 70 years and continues to grow from strength to strength. As a partner and friend of the University of the West Indies, the Council, executives, and staff of CXC salute this achievement and encourage the university to continue on the path of greatness as you remain true to your AAA strategy, agility, access, and alignment. May your light continue to shine bright across this region, and may your labor continue to be blessed.
On behalf of the management and staff of C&W Communications, C&W Business, and Flow, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish my heartiest congratulations to the University of the West Indies in its elevation in several categories in the recently announced academic rankings by Times Higher Education. As a leading telecommunications provider in the region, our mission is connecting communities and transforming lives. And indeed, our partnership with UWI is a tangible extension of this philosophy. In fact, it's been almost a year since we jointly launched UWITV on Flow Evo, and I'm proud to announce that we continue to deliver a robust program lineup with quality education content directly benefiting the people of the Caribbean in real time. The results of the Times Higher Education rankings, with UWI rising 14 spots to be ranked 18th out of 166 universities in Latin America, underscores the excellent work happening at Mona, St. Augustine, and Cave Hill. There's no doubt that our unique Caribbean culture has a tremendous impact on our social cohesion and development. And so we thank the University of the West Indies for continuing to invest in our people, their education, and their talents. My heartiest congratulations again on a richly deserved result, and thank you for continuing to be that light shining from the West.
I'm Phil Beatty, Chief Knowledge Officer at the Times Higher Education, and I would like to congratulate the University of the West Indies for an outstanding performance in the recently announced THE Latin America University rankings. The University of the West Indies is now in the top 20 places across the whole of Latin America and the Caribbean, in 18th place. This is a rise from below the top 30 last year, so an amazing achievement, and this is driven primarily by success in research. The impact, power and reach of the research by the University of the West Indies is an outstanding score in the ranking. So congratulations to everybody involved in the university for a great achievement in this year's THE Latin America University rankings.
Indeed, it is so good when you have endorsements like those from your partners who you have been working with. It shows the quality of the work that you're doing, and Vice Chancellor, it shows that you're well aligned. Thank you very much to hear from our partners. At this time, we have hundreds and hundreds of messages from our online celebratory community colleagues, and I just would like to mention a few of them. We have one to say, as an alum of the UWI, I'm not surprised by this momentous achievement. Congratulations to the UWI. We have one from the UWI-AA Florida chapter. It said, the members of the UWI-AAFL chapter are proud of the great accomplishments of our prestigious alma mater. Congratulations and thanks for great leadership and making us proud to be Pelicans. We also have one from Mr. Milton Samuda, who is a great alumni of this alum of this university. Very proud of my university's achievements, serving our region with distinction. We also have from our other colleagues said, my beloved alma mater, the UWI, continues to blaze a trail by setting the regional standard. We also have online comments coming from various partners on the various social media platforms. One says, I'm very proud of the strides that we have made. Meanwhile, remaining cognizant of the fact that the university continues to strive for higher heights. Kudos to the university on the continued path toward excellence. So these are very much important contributions from our online community that is joining in our celebration today. As an undergraduate, this is from a student, this is important. As an undergraduate and postgraduate UWI student, I can attest to the quality of the UWI. This ranking is well deserved. Continue with those comments. These are very useful, very important for us as we continue our celebration. So, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, as we bring our celebration to a close in this fashion and format, I expect you to continue with the celebrations over lunch and continue on a Friday afternoon over drinks. So as we celebrate, we want to say thanks to all our partners, all our students, our staff, all the leadership at the campus level, at the institutes and at the center, and most importantly, our leadership at the top for all the work that they have done in order to bring us to where we are today. This is a remarkable achievement. The vision that has led to this is remarkable. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we can say unequivocally that this one is for the people of the Caribbean. We are here not as a university to serve ourselves, but to serve our people. This achievement is for our people. This one is for the people of the Caribbean, the most resilient people on planet Earth. Your reputation is advanced by this ranking today. Let us continue to build on this success. The future is bright. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, to close off our celebration in this format, I will invite our university leader, Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, to raise a toast to the university and the people of the Caribbean on this very great achievement.
I join with my colleague, Pro Vice Chancellor Williams, in celebrating the people of the Caribbean, our governments, our private sector, our civil society, all who have supported the journey of this university. This celebration today is a 111% celebration. 1 in the Caribbean, top 1% in Latin America, top 1% of our age cohort universities in the world. It is worthy of a celebration, and let us raise a glass of celebration to 72 years of effort on behalf of our faculties, our students, our administrators, past and present, who have brought us hither to this moment. Congratulations to you and all the very best. Very well done. Cheers.
Now, this toast brings to a close the end of our celebration in this format. As I said before, let us continue the celebration. 72 years of work, 72 years of hard work cannot just be celebrated in 1 hour. It must be a year-long celebration. Congratulations, UWI. Congratulations, the people of the Caribbean.